No!
Just pray for me. Pray that I'll be reborn.
Why bother to physically run away from him if you're able to just disappear into gold, light and red-looking feathers / leaves, though?
A place where all visitors are welcome. I am Head-On, the caretaker of this tower.
Well, that's an extremely delayed reaction of shock.
Tower?
For the first and only time of the video, no!
As I'm sure you are aware, the legendary Sword of Jihad can be a lump of lead or a blade that cuts through anything.
Hold on there! Only a princess of Jihad can wield the Black March. Do you have an inkling of what'd happen if word got out that another wielded it?
Arms in.
Have you fallen in love with him at first sight?
Keep quiet.
You don't truly believe—
When you punch a dude's hair so hard that some of his essence, scalp, hair come away with your fist? What was that?
Ah! You're in my way.
That was a mistake!
This is the hunter's position.
Don't give me that crap!
As opposed to firing while you're still at a distance.
Maybe you'd be better off pointing that sword at that guy over there.
I'm not gonna lie, I thought you were a girl.
This is the way you spell out bomb. And this is how you write Rachel. Easy, right?
You know, considering this lad was trying his hardest to actually get out of this place, they should have spent an awful lot of time down there chatting, drawing stars, talking about their futures and their dreams. Didn't you want to leave, bro?
Well, that's what it means.
There. Good little simpy simp.
For turtles, you sure move fast.
He says they move fast, as though he's tracking them, or at the very least has seen them, which he hasn't.
Okay, I get it. Then I have no choice but to fight. Bomb, no!
Bring it on!
Okay. You can hunt me now.
Huh?
Let's go.
Oh, what was the point in saying you were going to fight him then?
Visible mode.
He's running down the clock, so we'll have no choice but to join us.
10 seconds remaining.
World's fastest clock counts down just shy of 2 minutes in just shy of 30 seconds.
A rancor is the title bestowed on someone who was able to climb to the top of the tower.
The top?
Bruh, it just doesn't sound great when you do that thing in English. The top? Like, posing that as a question makes no sense in English or in this conversation.
Good news and bad news. More of you passed than expected, so now I guess we'll have to do a bit of calling.
Not more calling!
Wouldn't it always be roughly the same number? You make them stop fighting once the number reaches 200 remaining, and then dictate that they team up in teams of 3. So surely there should always be roughly the same amount of teams every single time?
To pass, you had to open a door within 5 minutes.
So, you mean opening pretty much any door would have been correct?
Not opening pretty much any door. Any door.
Companions who will open doors without hesitation and don't second-guess every choice. Furthermore...
Kun, are you okay?
Don't you wish to
Why would you drop that line right in the middle of the guy's sentence?
That clock doesn't measure the 10-minute time limit. It makes a rotation in 5. All the teams that spent more than 5 minutes in here wound up screaming their lungs out, and that's the only clue we had.
Other than the fact that the first team that went in wouldn't have had that clue since no one was in there before them screaming after the 5-minute mark.
I don't know for sure yet, but I'm the only one who ever needs to feel that.
Person in a past memory having the wise cliche.
You should have finished us off while you were ahead!
Giving yourself away before you attack cliche.
What? You still want to fight?
Do it now! Run, guys! As long as one of us takes
The green girl who was stood right in front of the throne after she threw him randomly disappears as they run towards it.
Rachel, it's me! Rachel!
Hold on a second. Rachel, the girl that you're looking for?
No! The other Rachel he has yet to mention!
If the individual who initially donned the crown leaves the throne for any reason, their entire team loses the challenge.
What? You didn't mention that rule before?
I didn't need to, as a detailed explanation of the rules was posted in your waiting room.
Did you forget that you guys actually did write that into the script at the end of episode 3?
The goal is to acquire the crown and hold on to it. Whichever member of the team gets their hands on it must wear it and stay sitting in this chair until the game ends.
I want you to promise me you'll never betray anyone, no matter what happens, especially a girl.
Why not a girl?
Because betraying a girl's trust is the same thing as making an enemy of the whole entire world.
Oh, seriously, shut the hell up, would you?
Let's make these fools regret the day they messed with my turtles.
Now that no one's on the throne anymore.
I haven't mentioned it before, but that damn throne room is gorgeous!
There were 2 crowns the whole time?
You're having all the fun while I'm bored out of my damn mind?
Yeah, sorry about that.
Meanwhile, he could have jumped in at any point. Nothing he did prevented him from getting involved in any way.
Huh, you know what? Those guys might really have a chance at winning if... Huh? What? You're ignoring me?
Based on what? You didn't even finish your sentence yet, and it was the first thing said all episode, other than when he said it was clever with the copy and the crown trick.
Still, a bag that can copy chocolate is pretty amazing.
It's amazing it can copy anything.
This kid, whose name is being said in our English tongue like a racial slur, would be good at anime sins right here.
Red hair!
Character with their eyes perpetually shut cliché.
The truth is, I didn't want to have to use them just yet. However, we have to win this game.
I'm sorry, it's my fault.
Why on earth would he assume that he utilised the ace up his sleeve, that being the 3 people he was hiding in his bag, because of what happened with the green girl? I swear I'll never understand why bad guys and gals audibly lick their lips, like they're slurping on a straw or something. Like, lick your lips. It makes no sound. So adding the sound is weird as hell.
When it was over, the regulars were more exhausted than I expected them to be, so I gave them a 3-day break.
Must have been difficult.
Oh no.
Wait. What must have been difficult that wasn't? Him making the decision to give them 3 days off? Or the trial that they went through and him having to oversee all of that? Not making that clear equals a Zinzi!
Bomb, try to imagine it. Pretend those heavy-looking boulders aren't there, and the sky opens up.
He doesn't have to pretend, because the ceiling above them would definitely not be being held up by heavy, large-looking rocks, also known as boulders. That's like saying the ground under us is just full of large boulders.
Bomb was a very lonely boy.
And this is my teammate, Loro.
Wow, you just formed a contract, and you seem totally fine.
Right, you look totally fine as well. If you want to sell that, you'd need like sweat drips or something, but he looks completely the same as always.
I'm returning to the wild. Farewell, turtle.
After saying that, he just took off.
He's so excited about all this.
Of course he is. We're doing it to climb the tower.
But, wait, hold on. Did he not leave then? They made it sound as though he up and left, and then he's like, oh my god, he's so excited about this whole thing. Yeah, because we're climbing the tower. What's that got to do with him having left?
Hey, is this seat taken?
Huh?
What is it with these two? They're enemies, but they're being so nice to each other.
Of course.
I'm in Dorsey.
He essentially told her that she can't sit down and she's happy with that. Who is writing these dubs?
How about that other girl? Anak Jahad.
How does he know what he's pressing?
All your anger is misdirected! Mouse! She committed a dishonorable crime. Jahad gave her a gift that wasn't meant to be shared, yet she broke his law and had you. You've never experienced hardship. I wouldn't expect you to understand.
She starts off by saying that her anger is misdirected, meaning it's valid but directed in the wrong location, that being towards her. But then she says she's angry for no reason since her mother was actually at fault for having broken the rules, which implies she has no reason to be angry at all, and then goes further and mocks her for her loss, making her angry in her direction. It's just more strange writing to me.
Go on. I won't ask you again. When I tell you to do something, it's for your own good.
Bit weird to know that she awkwardly walked back through the flames in order to give her mother that, leaving her behind while she walked away back through the flames once again.
Well, there was that flying kick.
Sounds like she's pretty intense.
Are all princesses like that? I'd say so, yeah.
How did he know he was speaking to him?
You know I can hear you, right? What do you mean by like that?
Probably. Are they all intense like the guy just said?
A first-rate scout doesn't need light to see.
That's check and mate.
Huh? No way. What's a lighthouse doing here?
Too easy. Say hello to Owerick!
Why? Why would you give your plan away so early on before she even does her attack? That's so dumb!
He really puts those things away.
It's all over.
Huh?
Look at her. A knock's as good as caught.
Never to run.
Ruined our moment! Damn you, you're always sleeping. It's annoying.
Apparently, you can't even beat a blanket.
Because I'll do it, man!
What does that even mean? Why is that funny?
From a certain day forward, she was able to enjoy everything and eat all the food herself.
What is she talking about?
You dummy, you still don't get it, huh? The point is that history repeats itself.
Yeah, but as always with this anime, how were they supposed to get that? So many times now they've said a bunch of confusing stuff or made a solid sounding statement and either expect people to understand said confusing stuff or someone reacts confusingly to their solid sounding statement. Do you see what I mean?
Please, don't do this!
You're still here?
What are you doing?
Jesus, dude, she's already explained this. There's not enough spots for everyone in her squad, position assignment, whatever you want to call it, for that task. So she's taken them out to ensure her spot. She said this!
Bomb, are you gonna be okay?
So you're working together?
Clearly not. He was obviously just as shocked as everyone else that she was turning on them. The only difference is that he's a simpleton, if you catch my drift, and so took the shot for her. That was really on the nose.
They happily looked the other way when things were taken from us, but when it was our turn to take, they just blocked us.
Very strange that their fight right nearby has now become silent in order for her to have a monologue.
As long as it's what Rachel wants, then that's what I'll do. I'd follow her anywhere.
Well now, that's being quite simplistic, isn't it? Get it? Ugh.
Are you okay, Rock? Why are you so small?
What? You mean you just noticed?
He is right, that's pretty dumb, not noticing that the guy who would normally take up the entire room is now the size of a small fat child.
It's your turn to abandon me.
Opportunistic wind cliché was extremely opportunistic right there.
In this test, you will be hunting underwater.
You say hunting? Oh, I'll hunt and I'll hunt and I'll hunt some more until
You're the ones being hunted.
What?
In that case, wouldn't the better way of phrasing it be, in this test, you'll be hunted underwater?
Tom and Rachel will be the fish, hunted and rounded up by net dolphins.
Exhale and then inhale cliché.
Hey, what about we make a bet?
I'm listening.
Considering that they were told that even rankers cower at the mere mention of this bull thing, they seem to be having a pretty easy time with it, and even if that's ultimately not the case, they're certainly not afraid of it given the warning that they were given.
You're not afraid in the slightest, Bomb, are you?
Huh?
Well, we're about to be eaten by a monster.
I am, but if I acted scared, wouldn't that just make you anxious?
Probably, and so really weird that you'd point out how you are in fact scared. Also weird though is saying if you acted scared. You're either scared or you're not scared.
Rachel? What's wrong?
She was laughing! You complete and utter moron! What is wrong with this kid?
Look at you acting all cool and heroic.
Just like old times.
What do you mean, just like old times? I've seen every single flashback sequence, and that's not in any way how he was back then. World's most delayed reaction when you can clearly see what it's obviously about to do.
Now it's my turn.
A knock! Come back!
My 5 minutes aren't up!
No, I didn't mean that! These girls are driving me up a damn wall!
Isn't it like their entire mission to fight that thing and stop it from eating those animals and ruining the whole plan for their overall success?
But I bet a ranker could probably do it.
Oh, I see.
Coon?
Why did she say his name? He'd only just finished saying, "Oh, I see," and she's like, "I gotta say his name, what's going on?"
Damn it!
Okay, fair play. I still think it was kind of dumb to hear the warning and completely dismiss it, but clearly they're stronger than I first thought. They're just morons for not heeding the advice in any way.
What have you done? We have to move! What the hell were you thinking?
In spite of being quite a fair ways off in the distance and seemingly running at the speed a human would, or at least the speed they all are, they cover the distance up the hill insanely fast and then slow right down to a normal speed for every other scene.
Over here!
Why does everyone freaking give themselves away in this damn anime?
This is definitely an emergency, Director. It's inconceivable an intruder has entered the testing area.
They've been watching all of this time and yet are only now just talking about the intruder who has actually been there for quite some time already fighting.
This test is being conducted by the Guardian. He's the only one in charge of it. We can't interfere.
Where did they get all the spears from?
How extremely fortuitous that in all of the places he could have been propelled, he just so happened to be shoved in the direction of her lap.
Nathan Burr, Bird Without a Word, Arias Alibari, Aidan White, PK Fan, Ali 50, Ryan Anderson, Isael Caldera, Chris Harris, Jonas Stahl, Manolo Saucedo Munoz, Luis Hernandez, Kim Munt, Console Peasant 12, Yuki Ali, Manuel Morales, Dark Lord Bloody Soul, Sentimento, Jeffa 6263, Amy San, Silva, Master Tank, Boogie, Kevin Nauta, Stefio, Brendan Krier, Storm 970, Mr. Waffles 64, Theodore Quackens, Kaj Vozelman, Jordan Samuels, Humye, Crimson Shadows, Kyle Farmer, Buzzbomb 3000, Adora Blue, Yagai 7636.